Hello, good morning. My name is Oluwashola Okoya. I am an accounting software expert. I am certified to use Sage 50 accounting software and also QuickBooks accounting software solutions. I help African businesses to manage their money using this tool in order for them to have a very good accounting system. This morning, I want to show a demo of the interface of Sage 50, how Sage 50 help business, to be streamlined in terms of accounting system. I'll be sharing my screen to show you the interface. Okay, I want to show my screen now. All right, this is my screen. I hope you can see my screen now. Let me put this here. Okay, this is Sage 50 accounting software. This is how Sage 50 look like. In this demo, I'll be showing you a company that has to do with manufacturing and distribution, SBD manufacturing and distribution, how they keep the accounting record on Sage 50. In Sage 50, there are so many things you can do, to put up a very good accounting system. You can maintain your chart of accounts, which has to do with your general ledger. Understand? Your general ledger, all the accounts that you need in your organization, what we refer to as a chart of accounts. This is how it look like, where you maintain your cash account, you maintain your bank account, you maintain your customer account, which is account receivables, your inventory. In this case now, they are able to track their raw material inventory, their work in progress inventory, their finished goods inventory, and other things. They track their fixed assets, the liabilities in terms of the accrued expenses, money that you are owing other people and government. They track their tax system and all that, for this business. Then the owner's equity, you know, are actually tracked as well. Then the income, the sales, as the business is making money, they're able to track their sales in different levels. They sell general goods, they sell equipment, they manufacture, items and all that. So they're able to track that in their, chart of account. Then they track their direct costs, cost of sales and all that. The system can track all of these. Then expenses, that you incur in business on a day-to-day to run the business. So much about chart of account. You can use the system to maintain your customer information. You can use to maintain your customer information, the name of the customer, the unique ID you give that customer, the address, the telephone number, and all that. You can use it, the customer type, you can use it to maintain your customer. So this is how the form look like when you are using it for your business and all that. You can also use it to maintain your vendor, your supplier, to maintain the information of your supplier. The supplier, what they supply you in business, the information of your suppliers in case you want to track down their details and all that. You can use security to do all of these. You can use to do all of these, and also we have in the vendors, when you maintain your vendor, we have a vendors type, that you can use. Also, you can use it to maintain your employee, the people that work for you in your organization. You can use to maintain your employee, their information, their pay info, their, so many things, their salaries. And also, you can add the employee picture in the software, you can add it, to know the people that are working for you and all that. You can use the software also, you can use it to maintain your budget in business. You can use it to maintain budgets, your income, what you are expecting to make in your business in terms of income, and also expenses on a monthly basis. And this will actually work, it will actually at the back end report, it will think and show you the difference between the actual and what you have planned, to achieve in business. You can also use it to maintain, your inventory items. You can use to maintain your inventory items, to track your inventory items. You want to know the stock that you have at hand, the one that have been sold, the one that have remained. So you can use this to track your stock. At the end of the day, what the system will do for you is to give you your balance. It will give you the balances of what you have to sell or what you have, to distribute and all that. You can use it to do, some task like sales order. You can use to maintain your quotes. When you want to do a quote, this is a non-posting transaction. You can use to maintain your quote, and also convert the quote into proposal where you can send to your customers and all that. You can also use it, to raise sales order. You can use it to raise sales order when customer make an order, when you have an order from customer. You can use this to raise an order and also convert your sales order to invoices at the end of the day. Also, you can use it to raise invoices, and the invoices, you can actually design your invoice and print out from the system. Now, what this will do for you is when you raise your invoice, what the system is doing is the system will actually be updating your report at the back end, showing that you have made sales and maybe customer is owing you in terms of the fact that the customer has not paid. But if the customer has paid, the software can actually, nil it off, so that you know the balance that the customer has. And you can even use it to, to actually give a term in business, time that you give to your customers. Maybe, they can owe you for a certain amount of time, or maybe you give them a discount based on the number of, days, they want to pay back and all that. So you can use this to do that. Also, you can use Sage 50 to track your receipt. The money that you collected from, your customer that is going to your bank account. This will enable you to be able to track the money that you are even taking to your bank. The money that banks is even keeping with you, you can track it from your office using a receipt window, customers and sales module to do all of this. Also, you can use it to do a credit memo in case a customer wants a refund, and you have raised invoice for that customer, and the customer wants a refund, instead of you canceling that invoice, and because you want to actually keep record, so you can use the software, to do a refund by actually credit customer back and all that. You can use the software, you can use Sage 50, to actually record your purchases as well. You can do a purchase order, use it to do a purchase order, and all that. This is how you use it to do purchase order. This is the form that you use to do all of that. Don't forget that you have actually maintained your vendors before you get to this place. So you will just be pulling out the information that you have actually maintained, you have created in the maintain module in the maintain level, to do your transaction purchases. So you can use it to do purchases when you are buying goods, that you want to resell. You can use purchases. You can use purchases, to do a lot of things. You can use it to do your expenses. You can use it to track the goods that you are buying to sell, and this will help you to track information about your suppliers. You can use the software, to do payments. On a daily basis, we make payments, in business. So the software can help you to know the money that is coming out of your accounts. Don't forget that you know the one that is coming into your account. You have to track the one that is coming into your account as well, so that at the end of the day, you'll be able to know, the balances that you have there in your bank account. Also, you can use this software to do what we call account register, to monitor what is going on, to do your account register. you know, let me pull out information here. You can see, you will know the money that is you are receiving and the money that you are paying out. You can use it to track your daily cash. As money is coming to your organization and as money is leaving your organization, you can actually use that when you set it up, properly. Something like this. You see, so in this case now, you can see the money that goes in, the balance, the one that the receipts that comes in, this is the balance. The one that you pay out, this is the balance, like that, like that. And the good thing is you can use it to do bank reconciliation. You can use it to reconcile your bank, do a bank reconciliation, to know, the one, to know the one that is that the bank has actually debited you, that you are not aware of. So you can use it to reconcile your bank account and all that. Don't forget that this is like your cash book in the office. While bank keep their own record, you use this software also to keep your own record, so that at the end of the day, you have a very good accounting system. You can see that this system is very good. It will help you to see clarity of what's going on in your business. You can also use it to do a payroll. Okay, this one is not yet configured, but this is how it is. To track, employee expenses, what the salary of the employee, the deduction of the employee. You can use it, to track it and all that. And when you are doing this, you would have set up, the system very well before you get to this place. So you can use it to track, the earnings of your employee and the deduction of your employee and all that. Also, you can use the system to view various reports. You can use to view various reports, your customer reports. We have different types of customer reports. Your customer ledger, you can use to get your customer ledger. You can even download it to Excel, and you can even use a statement that you have generated and send your customer. This is when this is when, what is it called? A credit memo is raised for a customer. You understand? So that's why you see it on the credit side. This is when you raise an invoice for a customer. You can see from that report, I can drill down to know what happened to that transaction. So in this place now, this is a typical example of how you use security to track income. You understand? And on this form alone, what the software does for you is it credited an account and debited an account. In this place now, what the software does is debiting this account this AR account called account receivables, and it's crediting your income account. All of this is done real time at the back end. So you can use it to track your customer ledger. You can use it to track so many reports, that has to do with your account receivables. The item sold to customer, you can use to track item sold to customer. This is the this is a customer. This is the item sold to the customer. This is the quantity of sales. This is the amount. This is the cost. This is the profit. You can see that. You can see the profit real time, and you can see the gross margin. As you are doing those transactions, the software will give you all of this information. Think of Sage 50 as your accountant 247 that will be guided by physical accountant, or that will be posted, that will be used to enter transaction by a physical accountant. Customer transaction history, you can track your customer transaction history, using this. You can see so many reports here. Your cash receipt journal. If you are the one doing a daily, if you are doing a daily transaction, you can use to track your cash receipt journal. Also, you can use it to do your financial your financial statements, where it can show you gross profit per department. You can see gross profit per department. This organization, what they do is, they sell equipment and they distribute it and they do manufacturing. So what the system is able to show is showing the departmental gross profit on their income heads, and also the associated cost, and also the gross profit that they make. This will help you as a business owner to take a fast decision. You can use it to track your stock as well. You can use it to track your stock. You can do a stock movement. Use it to track the stock movement, the beginning of the stock, the quantity that was sold, the quantity that was purchased, the one that was adjusted out, the quantity on hand. As information are entered into the system, it shows all of this. Then you can use to track your vendor as well. In case you want to know how much you are owing your vendor, you can use this software to see the report, vendors report. You see, you can use to see vendors report. This is how much SB. This is how much this business is owing the vendor, so that at the end of the day, they will actually know, how much of the money they are owing outside the business and all that. You can use it to track your income statements in case you want to see your profits, your performance. That's the essence why you are in business. Your revenue X, your cost of sales, your gross profit, the expenses that you incur, your net income. This is more like a net profit that you have. So the system is doing it all too. That's why it's an automation. As you are putting in the information in the form, in the source document embedded in the system, it's giving you a report real time. Also, you can use to track your let's say you want to do comparison of your 2 years income, what you make last year and what you are making this year. You can use it, to get such information. Current month this year, current month last year. You can actually filter this report year to date this year, year to date last year, to do comparison of the performance of the business. The yardstick to measure how business is doing is for you to be able to see your report as the data is being shown. Also, you can use it to, I said you can use it for budget. You can use it to track your budgeted data and your actual year to date. There's so many information you can get here. You see, let's look at this. Let's look at this one, income budget, income and budgeted. So you can see, you can use it to see this is the actual, this is the money that was actually, that come to the organization, the sales that was made, but this is what was budgeted for the month. This is what was budgeted for the month, and this is the variance. This is in terms of manufacturing, this is the actual, this is what is budgeted, and there is a difference. So the system will show you that, and also year to date. Year to date is talking about your full accounting year. If you are running an accounting year, you are running a business from January to December, that is a year to date, accounting system. So, and also your cost, your budgeted 17 this business budgeted $17,800, and they are able to incur a cost of $14,000 plus dollars, and they're having a variance and all that. So you can use this to track even your expenses. In terms of expenses, when you have a good accounting system, it helps you to control how money is being spent. You don't want to overspend based on what you have actually budgeted. So this is what Sage 50 can do and much more. I hope that you are able, to understand this now, how accounting software works. It is a way, to actually measure performance of how your business is doing. It is not money wasted, it's money invested in order to be able to see the performance of your business and for you to have clarity. And it also help you, to track fraud or theft in business, so that at the end of the day, your business will have a solid ground, and all that. So I want to thank you for listening to this demo. And if you have an inquiry, you can actually talk to me in my DM, or go to my, to my was posting on QuickBook, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. My name is Oluwashola Owokoya. I help African businesses, to monitor, to keep their money, to help them to know how their business is performing very well. Thank you.